obviously the story from Minnesota, an NCAA tournament team last season for the second time in 3 years, won an NCAA tournament game for just the second time in the last 20 years. See some of the new faces for Richard Pitino, Amir Coffey, and Jordan Murphy, though, departing from this team, a couple of the mainstays. So certainly a year of transition, but a lot of talent still on this Gophers roster. Before we look forward, as I'm joined by Richard Pitino, Marcus Carr, and Michael Hurt, let's look back, guys, on making the tournament last year. What did it mean to get back there and not just to be there, but to win a game?
Yeah, it's hard to get there. Only 19% of college basketball get there. I always kid with our football coach about, everybody goes to a bowl game, where with the NCAA tournament, it's different. But it was an accomplishment, obviously, to win a game versus a really good Louisville program was great. Unfortunately, got hit with injuries again at the wrong time with Jordan Murphy, Eric Curry, and Mott Stockman against Michigan State, a really good team. But had a lot of good things. I think the best part about last year was we won when we needed to win. We're up against it with Purdue at home. We beat them. We beat Penn State, a really good team. Purdue again. So they performed under pressure, which is great to see.
What was the biggest thing you took out of the season, Michael?
I think it was just a huge step forward for the program. I think my freshman year we were able to get to the tournament, and we ended up losing in the first round. But I think it was a huge step forward for the program, just to show that we can be really consistent with our play, and I think it'll be a great positive step for us moving forward this year.
Marcus, I know you would have loved to have been a part of it, sat out as a transfer, and disappointing, no doubt, not to be able to play last year. But what was the biggest thing that you took out of kind of that year of being introduced to the program, being a part of the program, but not being able to play?
Last year was just a huge learning experience for me. Just taking all the little things from practice and approach every day, knowing that, I wasn't going to be able to play in the games, but just knowing that I could help prepare my guys for games coming ahead and scouting report and different things like that. But basically just taking everything I could in from the sideline, a big learning experience for me last year.
So now you piece together a new roster this year, and certainly there are some familiar faces. Oturu and Kalsher and guys who were major contributors on that team. But what's the challenge of replacing the talent that you did and maintaining the level that I know you expect and want to be at?
Well, losing Jordan Murphy, Amir Coffey, and Dupree McBrayer, those are three guys who played major minutes for us. Obviously, statistically, all three of them are 1,000-point scorers, talented players. Amir's with the Clippers right now. Jordan's trying to make the Wolves. So losing those guys, it'll be difficult to replace. But with 7 new players, you got to get them to understand that, we're not just going to wave the white flag and say, hey, we're young and we're starting over. We're in year 7 at this. We want to be back in the NCAA tournament. We want to compete at top of the Big Ten. We've got the talent to do it. We got to get everybody on the same page. But it's fun, for a coach, because when you have so many new players, you got to kind of start over a little bit. And, there's mistakes that you make along the way. You're like, okay, I want to make sure we do that the right way. So for me, it's been fun to kind of rebuild a little bit, retool. But we've got some good players in this program as well.
Well, give us a sense for some of those players. And the guy sitting immediately to your left, I know is someone who you really wanted to see out on the floor last year and were disappointed you didn't get to have it in Marcus. But give us a sense for Marcus's game.
Well, Marcus kind of reminds me a little bit of Nate Mason that we had in the years past. We played him 1 and 2. He's got a scoring mentality, which is great. I want our guys to have that. He's fearless. He's confident. He's tough. He's only a sophomore, but you wouldn't think it when you watch him play. So he's one of those guys where I watch him in practice and I go, okay, that's going to translate to Big Ten play. Loves basketball. We've got a group of guys where they live in the gym. And that goes through recruiting. When you first get a job, it takes time. It's hard. Well, every kid on this roster has come here now because they've seen that we've won. They know what we're building, and they want to be a part of NCAA tournament teams.
You guys had a neat opportunity over the course of the summer to go to Italy as a team and play and travel around. First of all, I'm interested, Michael, where did you see development-wise from your team? In other words, on the court, what stood out to you as you watched this team in Italy and tried to fast forward of what it'll look like in Big Ten play?
Yeah, I think going to Italy was a huge opportunity for us just because, like we said, we have a lot of new players. So it was, a great opportunity for us to get more time to practice and just kind of develop just kind of a cohesiveness as a team just because, all the new faces. But, yeah, I think it was a great opportunity for us to just kind of, just build chemistry. Because, a lot of new faces, it's a lot harder, for coach to just kind of figure out how to work all of that together. So, yeah, I think it was awesome for us to just get a little practice going against other competition and just playing against ourselves and getting more chances to play against each other.
Marcus, what was the most memorable thing you saw in Italy?
Most memorable thing I saw in Italy definitely had to be the Coliseum. The Coliseum was great, but my favorite place was definitely Como. I love the scenes over there.
Yeah, not an unattractive place.
Not at all.
All right, guys, looking forward to this season. Thanks for spending some time visiting with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.